Welcome, friends, to another fantastic night of gaming. We are ready for the showdown of Circle 5 with the Fury Sisters. The Furies are tormenting you once again. They harassed Dante on his first journey, but an angel straight from paradise chased them away on that occasion. A miracle that you trust will not be repeated.
Look, sisters, what have we here?
Alecto lays her eyes on the devotee.
The stench of arrogance emanating from that one is as strong as a punch in the nose. I shall have a lot of fun with her. Indeed, sister, but what about this one here?
Tisiphone dances around the artist.
Her sweat smells like blood. Not hers, of course. A lover, perhaps?
The wanderer falls to her knees, covering her ears. You have been in better company, poet. Maegera dreamed of this reunion.
Why did you bring these people here? You know that sooner or later they will be damned. Only the blessed souls can reach Judica. They shall perish just like their fellow men as soon as we find them.
She has a mischievous smile on her face.
Is that so? Do you not see what I am, demon?
Dante turns to you, more resolute than ever.
Do not listen to this, comrades, for she knows nothing. Show them why you are the greatest warriors of Christendom, the new heavenly envoys.
You are just waiting for his command. We have the three Fury sisters, Alecto, Maegera, and Tisiphone. They have 7, 8, and 6 sturdiness, respectively, 3 threshold, 4 threshold, and 2 threshold. Their sisterhood ability. At the beginning of the Malefactors' turn, each Fury whose action deck is empty receives Regenerate 3. Then Peak of Pleasure. At the end of the Malefactors' turn, discard all Enrage tokens any Furies have. So it appears that you won't be able to eliminate a sister. You have to alter your strategy to eliminate them all at once. And that is the confrontation objective. This is Alecto's deck, this is Maegera's deck, and this is Tisiphone's deck. The artist will be the least fierce warrior, followed by the mercenary, devotee, then the outlaw. We have the three sisters here, Alecto, Maegera, and Tisiphone. Beginning of the round, prepare 1, invigorate 3, build their deck. Everyone has 10 vigor, except the devotee, who has 9. The outlaw enters this confrontation with 2 aggressiveness tokens, and the artist enters with 1 aggressiveness token and 1 inspiration token. The mercenary will move 1 space back. He has 9 vigor remaining. The devotee will climb the nearest pillar. She is down to 7. She will play Punish the Wicked. She becomes the fiercest champion, attack with a +1 die bonus, and if she wounds them, she will take Inspire 1. She has 5 dice, targets Tisiphone. A sturdiness of 6, that will give her a wound, and no counterattack. She has 8 cards remaining, and she receives 1 inspiration. The outlaw's next. He plays Guerrilla Preparation, becomes the fiercest champion, and he will set a trap within range 2. He will place it there. Then he will climb this small pillar. 3 vigor will bring him down to 7. The artist will climb the building next to Alecto. She's down to 6 vigor. She opens the arc and receive 5th Bulge's Tar. Cancel a counterattack within range 1. Then she'll leap to the pillar. She is down to 4 vigor. She plays Break the Shell. She becomes the 3rd fiercest champion. She will take Invigorate 4. She's up to 8 vigor. And the next attack made by any champion against a malefactor within range 2 of her considers its target's sturdiness to be 2 points lower. That leaves the mercenary open to take a shot at Maegera. He plays Confusing Shot. You make an attack with a +3 dice bonus. You can make the targeted malefactor face a champion at any range. That champion becomes the fiercest champion. 6 dice. Needs 6 hits. That's 5 hits with 3 fumbles. He will pay 1 vigor to add 1 hit. He is down to 8 vigor. And the threshold was 4 fumbles, so no counterattack. She has 9 cards left. And he will make her face him, so he becomes the fiercest champion. The artist will attack. She will gain Stun 1 with Fatigue 3 to make an attack with a +2 dice bonus for each cooldown. She has 3, so 6 plus the 3 from her weapon. 9 dice against Maegera. That's 14, and she'll spend her inspiration to make that 16. 2 wounds. She is left with 7 cards. Alecto strikes. 2 damage on each champion at any range. Then the fiercest champion suffers Stun 1. Outlaw at 5. The mercenary takes no damage. He's at 8, because he can block 4 of all damage being inflicted on him. The mercenary also has this. Whenever a malefactor inflicts damage on another champion of the opposite gender at any range before applying any block X effects, you may divide the damage evenly between you two. That intimates to me that each instance on the artist and the devotee, he can trigger his trait, thus splitting the damage 1-1, then using his plate reinforcement to block the 1. So the devotee has 6 vigor and the artist has 7. Maegera strikes. Starting with Alecto, then Maegera, and finally Tisiphone. Each Fury moves one, approaching the closest champion at any range that is not in an area another Fury is in. For each area a Fury is in, inflict 6 damage on the fiercest champion in that area. Shuffle 1 Arcana card into the action deck of each Fury that did not hit any champions in the previous step. Alecto enters the space and destroys the pillar, doing 2 damage to the artist as she leaps off. Maegera enters there and will get 1 Arcana into their deck. And Tisiphone will get 1 Arcana into her deck as well. Tisiphone, she is on the board. Move 4 with Climb approaching the mercenary. Inflict X damage, X being equal to 4 times the distance Tisiphone traveled in the previous step, then flies away. She steps onto a trap, loses a card. 16 hits, even if he blocks it with his plate reinforcements. 12 hits is enough for a wound. 9 cards for Alecto, 8 for Maegera, and Tisiphone. And the mercenary has a bruised shoulder. Whenever you make an attack, you suffer 2 damage before resolving it. He's now the least fiercest champion. Tisiphone disappears. New round, prepare 1, invigorate 3, rebuild the decks. Outlaw, 8 vigor, devotee 9, artist 8, mercenary 9. The outlaw will play Pagan Sacrament. He's already the fiercest champion. He invigorates 2 and empower 4, and he will draw a sin card to receive 1 aggressiveness token. He has 3 aggressiveness tokens now. He picks up Doctrinate Sin. And with his passive ability, he will place a trap every time he gets a sin right there. Then he will play Claim the Trophy. He will do an attack with a +1 die bonus, and if he inflicts a wound, he sets a trap within range 2. With his weapon, he stuns 1 and rolls 8 +1 dice against Alecto. 7 is enough to inflict a wound and avoid a counterattack. He takes her down to 8 cards. The collateral was placing a trap. The devotee plays Guidance. Make an attack. She is above Alecto, so she'll get a +2 dice bonus. And if she inflicts a wound, the next champion to attack this deck receives Precision 2. She has 6 dice. 9 hits. Will do it. The mercenary plays Counterstep. He is still last place. Swap the marker position of the artist and the outlaw. You may swap the characters as well. Those champions either receive Invigorate 2 or Empower 2 at their choice. And you may discard 2 maneuver cards from your hand to draw a Findings card. They will both Invigorate 2. The outlaw and artist are at 10 vigor. The artist will play Battle Cry. She's still the fiercest. She will Empower 4. And she will attack Alecto with Crossbow. Gain Stun 1 and +2 dice for each cooldown. 6 +3 +4 from Empower. That's 13 dice. 8 hits is 1 wound already. 2 fumbles. Another 8 hits and 1 fumble, which triggers a counterattack. She will spend her aggressiveness token to make it 22. That is 3 wounds. And she will consume 5th Bulge's Tar in order to block the counterattack. That leaves Alecto with 4 cards. The devotee will play Weakening Punishment and become the fiercest champion. An attack with a +3 dice bonus, that gives her 7. She will attack Maegera with 8 sturdiness. Miss, but no counterattack. Alecto strikes. Revengeful Cry. Inflict 2 damage on each champion at any range. Then the fiercest champion, which is the devotee, suffers Stun 1. And like before, Mercenary is going to divide that damage with the devotee and the artist, so he takes no hits. The outlaw is at 8, the devotee at 8, artist 9, mercenary 9. Maegera strikes. Unite against. If Tisiphone is not on the board, she reappears. Advance each champion at any range to area C2. If necessary, shove any objects that are not champions. Alecto advances to area C1, Maegera advances to area B2, and Tisiphone advances to area C3. Roll a die and inflict X damage on each champion in area C2, X being equal to 2 plus the number of hits obtained in the roll. Maegera advanced onto a trap, so she would lose a card. 2 hits. The mercenary is continuously untouchable as he blocks. The devotee and artist lose 1 vigor for sharing with the mercenary. Tisiphone strikes. The devotee is not being held, so face the devotee, then move 2 with Climb, distancing from the devotee. She is not oversized. Then inflict 16 damage assigned equally between the devotee and each other champion within range 1 of her. The mercenary will not block for the ladies. The outlaw has 2, devotee 3, artist 4, and mercenary 9. Alecto has 4 cards, Maegera 6, and Tisiphone 8. It's a new round. Prepare 1, invigorate 3, and build the deck. Outlaw has 5, devotee 6, artist 7, mercenary 12. The outlaw will spend the statue of St. Denis to invigorate 4 and empower 4. He's up to 9 vigor. He is attacking Alecto. He plays Corrupted Shot, becomes the fiercest champion. Make an attack with a +4 dice bonus. he will draw a sin card to grant an additional +6, and he may set a trap before the attack, and he'll place it there. This is the sin card the outlaw just drew. 10 plus 8 from his weapon and 4 in power, that's 22 dice. The 2 above is an automatic 4 hits. That is 10 hits and 3 fumbles. 9 more hits and 4 more fumbles. That is 23 hits. Inflict 2 plus 4 damage on each champion. Move X with climb, distancing from the attacking champion, X being equal to the number of champions hit, which is 4, and then Alecto receives enrage 1. When damage is being inflicted on you or another champion, you may remove a trap from the board to block 4 of that damage to that champion. Since there are 2 traps, he will remove both of them for himself and the mercenary, so only 2 damage goes to the outlaw, who's down to 7 vigor. Then the mercenary blocks it with his plate reinforcement, and with Reconciler trait, he will take half of the damage for the devotee and the artist, so they only take 3 damage each. Devotee at 3 vigor, artist at 4, and the mercenary stays at 12. And Alecto distances herself. She only has 1 card left in her deck. The devotee will stun 1 and invigorate 4. She's up to 7 vigor. She plays Unchain to become the fiercest champion, and she receives Inspire 1 and Empower 2. The artist will play Saltarello and become the second fiercest champion. She will move forward with Climb, then draw a maneuver card. We may spend those points as if they were vigor points to do Interact and deliver item basic actions. Then she will receive Invigorate 4. She has 8 vigor. Her move 4 will enter Alecto's space. Interacts with the Arc. Picks up the Waters of the Styx to remove a sin card or receive an aggressiveness token. She is going to spend the Bracelet to recall 1 and invigorate 4. She's up to 12. And will play Saltarello again. And now she is the fiercest champion. Moves 4 with Climb. And this time she will get Empower 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. She will consume Waters of the Styx to get an aggressiveness token. And attack Tisiphone with Crossbow. Stun 1, plus 2 for each cooldown. That's 6 plus 3 plus the Empower, 13 dice. Sturdiness of 6. 10 and 1 fumble. 5 more and 3 more fumbles. She will spend her aggressiveness token to make that 21 hits. She will move 2 with Climb, approaching the artist. Inflict X plus 2 fumbles, base damage on that champion. X being equal to 4, so 6, plus twice the number of wounds. She has none. Then Tisiphone receives Enrage 1. She will destroy the pillar instead and take 2 damage, backflipping onto the building. Tisiphone has 5 cards left, and the artist is down to 10 vigor. The mercenary plays Battlefield Experience, becomes the 3rd fiercest champion. He receives the aggressiveness token. Alecto strikes with her only card. Inflict 2 damage on each champion. The fiercest champion at any range suffers stun 1 with fatigue 4. So this is actually 3 damage because of her Enrage 1 token. Matthias will continue to split the damage evenly between the artist and devotee. Rounded up is 2 each. The outlaw has 4 vigor, the devotee 5, the artist 8, and the mercenary still untouchable with 12. And the artist cannot stun, so she'll take 4 fatigue. She is down to 4 vigor. Maegera strikes. Unite against. Tisiphone is on the board. Advance each champion to C2. Alecto advances to C1. Maegera B2. Tisiphone C3. Then roll a die and inflict X damage, X being equal to 2 plus the number of hits rolled. That's 3 damage for each, except for the girls, who will divide it with the mercenary. They get 2. The outlaw has 1 vigor. The devotee 3. The artist 2. And the mercenary, he's not taking any hits. It seems pretty overpowered, but nothing in the rules that I've found contradict that use. Tisiphone strikes. She's already on the board. Move 4 with Climb, approaching the fiercest champion at any range. Inflict X damage on that champion, X being equal to 4 times the distance Tisiphone traveled. Then Tisiphone flies away, and the artist will get a wound and become the least fiercest. And Tisiphone disappears. She's got a wounded hand. Attacks you make receive a -2 dice penalty. Alecto with 1 card remaining, Maegera 6, and Tisiphone 5. Beginning of a new round, prepare 1, invigorate 3, and rebuild the deck. The outlaw has 4 vigor, the devotee 6, the artist 5, and the mercenary 12. And this is the sin card devotee picked up. Peak of Pleasure. At the end of the malefactor's turn, all enraged tokens are discarded. The artist will play Aggressive Penitence to become the 2nd fiercest champion. She will target the mercenary to empower 4. The mercenary will pierce the hide. He becomes the fiercest champion. He makes an attack with a +4 dice bonus. Then he will discard 3 maneuver cards so that he can get 13 dice. 3 from his weapon, 4 from empower. He's rolling 20 dice, but he also has a bruised shoulder, so he has to take 2 damage first. He's down to 10 vigor. He is targeting Maegera. 7 hits, 6 fumbles. 13 hits and 2 fumbles. That's 20 hits and 8 fumbles. He will spend his aggressiveness token for 26 hits, which is 3 wounds. Advance Maegera and the attacking champion to area E2 if necessary, shove any objects there. That champion suffers 4 falling damage as if they had fallen 2 board levels. Maegera receives Enrage 2. She drops him there, he's down to 6 vigor, and she only has 3 cards remaining. The Outlaw will play Recycle and become the 3rd fiercest champion. Move 2 with Climb and receive Invigorate 4. He's up to 8 vigor. 1, 2. Then he will head south and open the Arc. He's down to 6 vigor. He picks up Waters of Acheron, and he will consume it right away to remove a Sin card. Then he plays Canister Shot to become the fiercest champion. He will make an attack with a +2 dice bonus. He stuns 1, but will roll 10 dice against Maegera. Oh! Count it! 15 hits and no fumbles. He will spend 1 aggressiveness token. That's 21. That equates to 2 wounds. And that leaves 1 card remaining in her deck. The Devotee will play Divine Recovery to become the 2nd fiercest champion, move 2 with Climb, and she removes a Sin card, and she will pay 4 vigor points to receive Inspire 1. She uses her candle holder to stun 1 and heal 4, so she is at 6 vigor. Alecto strikes, inflict 2 damage on each champion, then the Outlaw suffers stun 1. The Outlaw has 4 vigor, Devotee 5, the Artist 4, and the Mercenary is at 6, having blocked all the damage he shared and was inflicted on him. Maegera strikes. If Tisiphone is not on the board, she reappears. Advance each champion at any range to area C2. Alecto advances to C1, Maegera B2, and Tisiphone C3. Roll a die and inflict X damage on each champion, X being equal to 2 plus the number of hits on the roll. A miss. That brings the Outlaw to 2 vigor, the Devotee 4, the Artist 3, and Mercenary still at 6. Tisiphone strikes. Inflict X damage on the fiercest champion at any range, X being equal to 3, plus 3 for each wound. That's only 3 to the Outlaw. That champion suffers stun X with fatigue 3, X being equal to 3 minus 1 for each wound that champion has. Between step 2 and 3, he will get a wound, and then he will take 2 more damage since he is already stunned with 3. With this stubborn trait, he resets his vigor to 9 instead of 6, and so he's at 7 vigor from the stun, and he has a stretched tendon. You can take no more than 3 basic actions per turn. He is now the least fiercest champion. Alecto has 1 card, Maegera 1, and Tisiphone 5. It's a new round. Prepare 1, Invigorate 3, and rebuild the decks. The Outlaw has 10 vigor. He's picked up the Enraged Sin card. The Devotee has 7 vigor, the Artist 6 vigor, and she has picked up the Yearn Sin card. And the Mercenary has 9 vigor. He picked up the Enamor Sin card. The Artist will play Claim and become the 2nd fiercest champion to draw a Findings card. She picks up Waters of Phlegethon to remove a Sin or Invigorate 2 and Empower 4. She will deliver this to the Devotee, so she is down to 5 vigor. She will then play Swear to become the fiercest champion and receive an aggressiveness token. The Artist will draw 2 Sin cards to cause the Mercenary to restore his wound. And for each Sin card, you receive Invigorate 4, Empower 4, or Inspire 1 at your choice. She will choose Empower 4 and Inspire 1. And until the end of this turn, you may play maneuver cards on top of other maneuver cards. Each slot can only receive 1 additional card this way. And these are the 2 Sin cards she picked up. She now has 3. The Artist will attack Maegera with Stun 1. She'll only get +2 dice, which means 5 dice plus 4 from Empower. 1 wound, and her deck will be empty, which means I'm going for the kill shot, trying to kill all 3 in this round. Otherwise, they'll regenerate. 8 sturdiness, 4 threshold. She will spend her Inspire 1 to get the 8 she needs and not trigger a counterattack. She is down, but not quite out. She is now going after Alecto. By playing Release Shot, still the fiercest, make an attack with a +1 dice bonus. And she can play that card on top of another card because of her passive ability. She needs to pass 7 sturdiness with 4 dice, but she has an aggressiveness token, so she just needs 1 hit. Did it? That is enough to trigger a counterattack. In her fury, she will inflict 2 damage to each champion within range 1. That's all of them. And for each champion hit, she will climb the platform and receive Enrage 1. The Outlaw has 8 vigor, the Devotee 5, the Artist 3, and the Mercenary 7. And she retreats there before she collapses. It's just Tisiphone with 5 cards remaining. The Outlaw will play Guerrilla Preparation to become the 3rd fiercest champion. He sets a trap within range 2 and an additional trap for each wound you have. He'll place 1 there and there. The devotee will climb the pillar. She is down to 3 vigor. She will play Punish the Wicked to become the fiercest champion. Make an attack with a +1 die bonus. And if she inflicts a wound, she will give herself Inspire 1. She gets 2 for having at least 2 inspiration tokens, 4 from her weapon and 1 from the attack. 7 dice against 6 sturdiness. Well, she has to spend an Inspire 1. No, that's enough. 6 hits. No counterattacks. Normally a threshold of 2, but her trait makes it 4 with precision 2. So that's a wound with no counterattacks. That leaves her with 4 cards remaining, and she will consume the Waters of Phlegethon to receive Invigorate 2 and Empower 4, and play Fervent Attack. She's already the fiercest. She will discard 4 inspiration tokens for +5 dice bonus. That's a 20 dice attack. And hopefully she kills him, but if not, Inspire 1. The mercenary will use Debilitating Blow whenever a malefactor within range 1 is attacked. Before the roll, you may discard a maneuver card to decrease the target's sturdiness by 1. 20 from the attack, 4 from the weapon, 4 from Empower. 8 of those converts to 16 damage automatically, and it's a sturdiness of 5. 5 fumbles. 8 fumbles. And in her dying breath, she will move 2 towards the fiercest champion, which she'll go through 2 traps to do it. Talk about overkill. And when she's in the area with the devotee, she will inflict 4 plus the 4 extra fumbles, base damage, so 8 damage, but she's on a pillar, so she's going to flip off and only take 2. Then Tisiphone receives Enrage 1.
The lament of the angels imprisoned within the iron walls echoes your struggle. The Furies dreamed of getting revenge for the humiliation they suffered at the hands of the Celestial Envoy almost 2 centuries ago, and they finally have the opportunity. They failed to imagine, however, that the outcome of the confrontation could be the same.
How? How is it possible that these mortals have defeated us?
Maegera falls to her knees, her mind more shattered than her body.
We are the incarnation of resentment, of revenge, stubborn and relentless like destiny.
Without a doubt, the perpetuity of the Inferno is his greatest punishment. Dante dusts off his robes, giving you a little break as he takes the cue for another of his teaching moments. You lost today for the same reason you lost 200 years ago. There is no power that can stand against the divine will. You did not learn your lesson then, and you probably did not learn it now either. You demons are stuck, repeating the same cycles like a mule to a mill. Deprived of the strength and authority they once had, the Furies return to their refugees in the Barbicans, cowering and nesting. From now on, and for a long time to come, a new tone will join the mournful symphony. Each champion progresses their maneuver decks by exchanging 1 level 1 card for a level 3 card. Crossing the empty threshold of the gates, you enter the city unhindered. No battalion or ghost from the past comes to torment you this time. Except for the symphony of screams howling through the alleys, this place seems as inhospitable as it is hostile. Companions, the second half of our journey begins now. By these walls, Inferno itself is divided. If Dante is worried about the disappearance of the knights, he hides it very well. Lust, gluttony, greed, and wrath, they are all transgressions caused by incontinence, the weakness of reason in the face of desire. From now on, however, what is punished is malice, the use of it, our greatest gift, to harm others. Just in case, the artist prepares her daggers and raises an eyebrow.
I have a bad feeling about this.
The rest of the group shrugs, but also stands on alert. Anything dangerous enough to draw the attention of every knight stationed here must be a problem for you as well. Regardless, you did it. You have reached the order.
Time for some cleanup. Return any tokens the champions have to the tray. Take the discovery cards and confrontation objectives and put them in the caravan box. Rebuild the various decks. Undo setup. And continue to the next circle. Well, my friends, that does it for the 5th circle of Wrath. We disposed of the Furies handily, and it was quite a nice little twist in combat. This is perchance my favorite combat so far, as the pieces and the board felt a lot more fluid in nature, with people teleporting and disappearing off the board, then reappearing, and having to orchestrate our attacks in concert with one another so that we didn't accidentally give them a chance to regenerate. Well, that's it for this circle. We are heading into circle number 6. At this point, bring it on. I'm Gambit. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time when I play it quick.